Do we need to bring her home? What do we need to do? We'll do whatever we have to do to get her home, to get her back where she was. And, you know, they pulled through and they got home. But nobody should have to go through this. We have a safe alternative medicine that will help these children. Why are children suffering? You know, they're suffering so greatly. And it's an end-of-life thing for these guys. There's no other option. They've used every pharmaceutical on the market, sometimes multiple at a time, causing more side effects where they get more pills. It's just, they're suffering, and we don't need to have kids that age suffering. Okay. I would like to thank you all for coming out today to support Pennsylvanians for Safe Access and today's patient rally. It's only fitting that we bring the fight to Altoona, PA, where the home of Henry Anslinger, the one man that led the war on cannabis, using hate and racism to get the most abundant resources outlawed. My name is Christy Billett, and I am a volunteer advocate for medical cannabis. We are a nonprofit, Pennsylvanians for Safe Access, and today I'm here advocating for about 2,000 Pennsylvanians. From December of last year to April of this year, I had a petition circulating on the internet, and I asked for patients to sign a petition and add their name to it. We ended up with about 2,300 future patients that signed this petition, and we delivered it to legislators. Of those 2,400, I personally got the stories of probably 100 people. I had people calling me on the phone and telling me their stories and what their issues was and how they could be affected by this. The people that want safe access to safe medicine have symptoms including COPD, pharmaceutical-induced lupus, ADHD, ODD, bipolar, hydroencephalitis, brain cancer, lung cancer, breast cancer, chronic pain, spinal stenosis, fibrous tumors, depression, anxiety, multiple sclerosis, spina bifida, trisomy 18, pseudotuberous cerebral, irritable bowel syndrome, Ehlers-Danlos, Dravet, opiate and heroin addiction, and many, many more. I could stand here for 10 minutes and tell you the different conditions that can be affected by this. There has not been one death from overdose on the books anywhere in the last 5,000 years from cannabis. By legalizing medical cannabis, we could cut our opiate overdose deaths by 25%. If we allow our pain management patients access, we could also cut our heroin epidemic back severely by allowing patients to use the non-toxic detoxifying medication like cannabis oil instead of Suboxone or methadone. As an advocate for these people and myself, I have represented us at many of the government functions. I have attended the Senate hearings, 2 joint House series of hearings in Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, also submitted written testimony and copy of my first petition with the 2,300 signatures as testimony for the Senate hearing, and also submitted testimony to the 3rd House of Representative hearings. PA Safe Access got started spending 2 days straight at the Capitol in May trying to change minds. We personally walked every hall, stopped at every office, and handed out information from the National Cancer Institute and the National Institute of Health, and a list of names of each representative constituents that backed it from the petition. On June 1st, we went down and held a press conference letting patients vent their frustrations against Representative Matt Baker, who had it stalled in the Health Committee. On July 1st, we did the same thing, and the reps were ready for us. They sent us Representative Gainey, Representative Cohen, Miccarelli, and Regan, and announced the task force. That task force has spent 12 weeks gathering recommendations for this bill that they are constructing for us here in PA, and yet we still are waiting, suffering, some of us dying, and some of us moving to another state. We have senators and House reps on our side. I know the information proves this medicine can change lives. Cannabis is the most tested substance not approved by the FDA because it is a Schedule I drug that states it has no medical properties. A Schedule I drug is any substance that claims has no medical properties, but yet the government holds a patent on a derivative of marijuana called cannabidiol, patent number 6630507, as an antioxidant. We must have access to this medicine, not just in pill form or oils. We need whole plant cannabis. There are many great success stories out there of parents illegally healing their children and facing the consequence. Jess Hawkins and Nina Mitchell raised Antonia Hawkins, Jess's daughter. She has also Dravet syndrome. I've seen these children that have went to Colorado walk and talk for the first time at 10 years old. I've seen PTSD veterans sleep through the night without jumping out of bed like they're still at war. I've seen cancer patients smiling, holding up their remission signs. What will it take for us to have another option here in PA? Why must we keep burying our advocates and children while we wait for our legislators to feel it is the right time? When is it ever the right time to wait if our people are dying? This week, Campaign for Compassion led a clergy rally at the Capitol. They brought 50 members of clergy signatures that are in support of medical cannabis. We have clergy, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have teachers, we have every walk of life that is supporting this, and yet we're still waiting on legislators to catch up. Legislators like Mr. McGinnis that say there are no medical properties and there are no studies. I really would love to sit down with Representative McGinnis for 20 minutes. He would probably hate me by the time the conversation was over, but at least then he could legally say he's educated. They quote verses like Genesis, that God provided us with every herb-bearing seed. We've had doctors at the Capitol. We've had veterans at the Capitol, and Sue Sisley, who's working on a PTSD study. We've had Montel Williams, multiple doctors, and hundreds of patients. The legislators ignore us bringing our sick to their front doors to try and drive their compassion to help those who are suffering, while they worry constantly about their wallets. But we get ignored. So why are we here? So we are approaching it differently this time. We are taking it to the people, great people like you guys. We are taking it to the no areas like Altoona, like Senator Eichelberger and Representative McGinnis. These few men and women, like Mrs. Ward, that are trying to stand in our way. Them few need to hear us. We invited every senator and representative of the Pennsylvania caucus within 70 miles of right here. Do you see any of them? No. We were told over and over again, I am a no until federal regulation changes. You can stay a no, and we will change without you, here in Pennsylvania and across the nation. Recently, PA Safe Access has joined with the United Coalition of Cannabis Activists, which is a federal group nationwide. And we will fight federally along with the statewide effort that we're currently doing.
Yeah.
What people don't realize is by not bringing this to a vote, they're forcing patients to be criminals or medical refugees that leave the state. Marley Wilson, that we talked about earlier's family from right here in Bellwood, is one of the families who have moved to Colorado right now, or in the process of moving to Colorado right now, away from all their friends and family, so Marley can get the treatment she needs so she doesn't suffer. Is this what those who say no really want? Do they want us all to leave Pennsylvania? We are turning patients and parents into criminals. By forcing patients to administer their medicine illegally in another state or here, and not giving them access to the administrations that will work in the fastest, most effective manners, you are again just opening the doors to prosecute them for illegally healing. Why are we turning patients into criminals? Why are we arresting people and putting our deficit farther in debt with our budget if we don't have any money? We need to be compassionate to the people who really need our empathy. This is not one of those patients that deserve legal issues for trying to take a natural route to their health care. We need a bill that allows doctors to be doctors and allows patients to be able to utilize whole plant cannabis by juicing, vaping, oils, topically, tinctures, or even smoking, even though everyone's against it. We need to have safe access to safe, tested, and regulated medicine that has broad strains to cover broad specific conditions. We must break the opiate addictions that are plaguing our communities and take the extra money from the medical cannabis program and help fund drug treatment programs that will work for addiction issues, not create more patients with methadone. We need to utilize cannabis oils in that situation and get them on a natural alternate to the methadone. But I think everyone is failing to understand that cannabis can be effective with hundreds of conditions. We're not just talking about one plant, one strain, like I said earlier. Literally, there are thousands of strains of marijuana from indicas to sativas to hybrids. Each strain has different molecular structures that interact differently and can treat different conditions. But what they've learned through studying them is that you need both. There's an entourage effect with cannabis. You must have THC and CBD in both. And by synthesizing it, they cannot get both properties. I understand wholeheartedly that there is a need to take control over this new system if it's implemented. I ask that you let and allow the real-time tracking system that they have in the bill to do its job and restrict it the way it is intended to, instead of punishing patients with stricter restrictions. I am not a doctor, but I have done enough research to know the facts. I urge every single person here, go home tonight and get on Google and type medical cannabis. You will gain knowledge and compassion in this fight. If you talk to people, even a few, you are helping change the world. And changing the world doesn't matter if you can't start right here in your own community. I have 5 fibrous tumors in my spinal column. I am a future patient. I have already been scheduled once to remove them, but after hearing I would have a 27% chance of walking, I canceled that surgery. I decided to just leave them alone and walk every day until I have no other option but to have that surgery. I believe cannabis oil with a high THC count could shrink the tumors in my back that cause me severe pain every day. I will add in here, I am not on any pharmaceuticals at all. I use cannabis for my pain, I use cannabis oil, and I will admit that I smoke cannabis.
Yeah!
I am illegally healing. When I was at the Campaign for Compassion rally the last time, I participated in it and I was up on a step. It wasn't until a few days later that I was home and I actually rewatched it on PCN. And the first statement that really took my breath away is they used the statement, "I would rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. And I started to cry. Because if you think about it, judged by 12, okay, that means if I get caught, I'm going before a jury. That's my jury of 12. That's fine. But I would rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6 pallbearers. Of the 2 large tumors I have, one is the size of a goose egg and the other one is the size of a golf ball. After standing here today, tomorrow, more than likely I won't be able to walk, but it will be okay because it's been an honor to be here. The tumors constantly push on my sciatica and cause me excruciating pain. There are days that I simply can barely walk or just have to do my best to keep mobile. I refuse to use opiates because I have been addicted to them and I have break that cycle with cannabis. I refuse to take the opiates because doctors have already hooked me on them once and I almost tried to kill myself on them. They will not hook me on them again. I take my pain and I turn it into the fight for this beautiful hope of a better day. I delivered a vaporization study and a study from the National Cancer Institute to each representative of the House, Senate, and the governor in May, and we held a press conference. As our elected officials, the job lies in their hands to make the right decision and bring a complete, comprehensive, whole plant cannabis bill to PA, but yet they let us sit and suffer. It is time to fight for the people of Pennsylvania who elected them to stand up for them when they are weak. Now it is time to stand up for all of us. Together we can help thousands of Pennsylvanians have hope in their health care. Spell health care without THC. Can anybody do it? No, you can't. 23 other states have implemented some form of medical cannabis law. I pray someone is listening today and makes the right decision in this matter. We want this voted on. With this much support, how could we ever lose hope? Just because we do not win today does not mean we are not winning this fight. We have hope. We have hope that a bill will be passed within the next few months, even though we've been told for months upon end that it's going to pass soon. I don't know when their idea soon is, but I don't think that they need to. I think they need to look up the definition of that.
Did they pass the budget yet?
No? Nope. But medical cannabis can help with that, according to the Senate Appropriations Committee. According to the Senate Appropriations Committee, if we would pass medical cannabis, we could make $37 million off the surcharge that they would charge the dispensaries. $37 million. But we're fighting about a budget and money for our kids for education. Just because we do not win this fight today does not mean we're not winning the fight. We have hope. We have hope in the House from great men like Representative Gainey and Cox and Regan and Cohen and Harris and so many more. We are down, but we are not out. We are fighters, and PA Safe Access and all the other advocacy groups are not backing down, and we certainly are not going away. We are tired of being criminals, we are tired of not being heard, and we are tired of being lied to. This is our time to talk. This is their turn to listen. And we are saying, let's get this to a vote. God gave us this plant to heal and anoint us. Jesus said, bring his people that are sick, bring your weak, bring your dying. We've brought you our sick, our weak, and our dying to the Capitol and to here. Can we please, in our hearts, do the right thing for everyone? We helped bring Narcan to the public so that we wouldn't have opiate deaths. Let's bring cannabis to those who have no other hope and are tired of being afraid to go to jail over a seed-bearing herb. Okay, that's enough of the official stuff, because I hate that. I'm sorry I read it all, I'll apologize. Okay, I said earlier I was going to do this, so we might as well do it now, because I think everybody's abandoning me up here just to talk to all you people. So, okay, right in my hand is a list of conditions that medical cannabis can treat. If I say your condition, raise your hand. Leave your hand up to the end. I'm thinking we're going to have a lot of hands up. Okay, if you feel bad and you don't want to raise your hand for certain ones of these, I completely understand. But we support you no matter what your condition is. Let us just say that. Okay, there are many conditions for which cannabis has proven to be safe and effective treatment. Here are a few. Addiction withdrawal, ADHD, ALS, Alzheimer's, anxiety, depression, bipolar, asthma, cancer, traumatic brain injury, there we go, COPD, epilepsy, glaucoma, HIV/AIDS, Huntington's disease, irritable bowel disease or Crohn's, migraines, multiple sclerosis, muscle spasms, muscle dystrophy, nausea, OCD, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, chronic or intractable pain, Parkinson's disease, PTSD, psychosis, rheumatoid arthritis, schizophrenia, seizures, Tourette syndrome, and I already said traumatic brain injury. Now look around. The people that have their hands up, do they deserve to suffer? That's the question. Do these people deserve to suffer? If you have your hands up, not only for you, but the people around you, I'm really sure that all of us would like a safe alternative to the pharmaceuticals that they will push on you all day long. You know, I've been there. I've been on the, we can put our hands in it. I've been on the 5 psychomeds. I've been on the 2 opiates. I've been on the muscle relaxer. I've been on anything you can imagine, really, probably. I think the sickest I ever was when I was doctoring. They gave me, I went in with a little bit of pain issues that led to depression because of my mobility. They got me on Depakote, they had me on Lamictal, they had me on Xanax. I was a zombie, you know. You go in with one pill, they give you another pill, you have a side effect, they give you another pill. They have a constant list of pills that they will just continually feed you, and when you complain about the pill you're on, they will just keep feeding you another pill. Is that fixing us?
No.
Is that helping us? Is that helping people be productive in our society? Exactly. Exactly. We are putting money in the pharmaceutical industry's pockets. That's the only thing we're doing. By not legalizing medical cannabis, we're suffering. They're not helping us. They're helping themselves. They're helping their constant flow of pills go out and their constant healthcare bills being sent out. They're collecting on our lives. You know, a long time ago, a lot of people used to say that the one thing would be the worst thing that ever happened in the United States is if they started putting money before lives. I know I have signs here that says people over profit. Why aren't we listening to that? You know, each one of us can make a difference. It started out with me just yelling at people. But look, me yelling at people in a little Facebook page got all you people here. And we'll change minds. We'll be on the news, we'll change more minds. People that didn't show up will get to see us, we'll get to think about it. Medical cannabis. If we change one mind today, we've done our job. Just one. If we change 100, we've helped the world. But we will continue to fight. We will team up with other advocacy groups and we will continue to fight. So if anybody wants to speak now, we're going to do open mic for a little bit. I know there's a few that's approached me that wanted to say a few things. So if you do, please come back here to the back and I'll get you up here. But otherwise, we really want to thank you so much for coming out and just listening. Because, you know, it's stories like Julie's and Haley's and Cher and my friend Becky that's got brain cancer. I really wanted to get my friend Becky here because she is battling glioblastoma brain cancer. And when she was diagnosed, they told her that she was not going to make it most candidates don't make it more than 6 months past their diagnosis. She's on 15 months. And she will tell you she's using CBD oil from California. She will. You know, she has her health problems, and that's why she's not here today. Because even cannabis, it can cure it if she could get the proper strains here in Pennsylvania. But she literally goes to California to get her medicine and flies back and takes the risk of being arrested. We can't keep turning our patients into criminals. We wonder why we have absolutely no money in our budget when we're spending millions of dollars criminalizing patients that have simple possessions. A simple possession. If you guys are on Facebook, and I know even on the event page, I shared my story. At 18, I was arrested for distribution of marijuana. I won't lie. I helped out an older gentleman that was my best friend's father. He happened to say, While you go get your stuff, can you grab my stuff? You know, you're 18, you don't think about it. I'm a 2-time felon standing up here. And I'm telling you, I'm not afraid to be a 2-time felon standing up here because what they did to me is wrong. I should be a felon. For a quarter ounce of marijuana, I ended up doing almost 4 years probation and had about $7,000 worth of fines. For a quarter ounce. Delivery, of course, but that's ridiculous. That is low-level offenses. There was nobody hurt in what I did. It was not right, I get that. But it is a victimless crime. If anything, I was doing what I believed in my heart was helping this man relieve himself and get the relief that he needed. Because if he didn't, he was going to turn to the opiates or he was going to turn to heroin or whatever he needed to do to get the relief. And that's what they're doing to people. You know, when I first came to Altoona and I saw the opiate boards and the heroin boards all over Altoona, I was like, they really have these billboards in Altoona? Yeah. And unfortunately, our heroin problem has started with our doctors. Our doctors would prescribe us an opiate for anything. You got a backache, no problem, take a pill. Your foot hurts, fine, take a pill. You go to the dentist, fine, take a pill. And they would give them to you and give them to you and give them to you. And then if you test positive for THC at all, they would rip you out from under you and you would go through withdrawal. That's why a lot of people turn to heroin. It's cheaper. Not that I'm condoning heroin in any way, shape, or form, but we need to get rid of the epidemic of opiates and heroin. We need to fight the heroin epidemic. We need to help the patients that are stuck in the system. Human lives matter. Yes, that is completely true. Human lives matter. All lives matter. We need to unite together and help everyone, especially those that are addicted, that are sick, that can't help themselves. Because honestly, addiction is a disease. You get addicted and you can't get out of it unless you have some other form of someone trying to help you. We have to help each other.
Yes, amen.
Tell them to grab the half sheet of paper with the legislators on it. Everybody grab one. Yeah.
Yes, everybody grab a paper with the legislators, the reps' names on them. Please call them this week. They're off this week. They're at their office. Oh, they're in the Capitol. We have their numbers.
On there, and their current position is on there.
And their current position's on there. Everything you need to know, but that's the first to get it out there.
Yeah, and what I want to add is that me, Julie, and a lot of these people have spoke to every representative in the House, every secretary, every support person for the representative. We corner anybody who will listen to us, and they are all so nice. I mean, there are even Eichelberger's office. Eichelberger personally hates me because I've been fighting the fight, guys. But you know, his secretary is so nice, and all you got to do is call the secretary and say, look, this is my name, and I support medical cannabis. You don't have to go into a whole heated debate about it. You just have to put your name out there and say, I support this. I am your constituent, and I support this.
Thank you, Christy. Yeah, it pisses me off. Excuse me. I'm mad. I think we're all mad, and we need to get mad to change this. We need our voices to be heard. That's why we're here today, first time in Blair County, and it won't be our last. But, you know, I was driving out to Harrisburg for a rally, September.
My nursing license. So it is especially important for me to see it made legal so we can start these steps and we can get people the treatment that they need. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all. We're still hanging out. I'm glad to see you're still hanging out. I wish we had... oh, we're here. Hold on.
There was a lady that contacted me yesterday that was hoping she would make it, and she did. So let me introduce to you Rachel and her son.
Rachel.
am Joshua.
This is my son Joshua, who just turned 6 in September. He has cerebral palsy and ADHD, along with the epilepsy. Please. His very first seizure was July 13th of 2013, where he was life-flighted to Pittsburgh. At 6, he takes 12 medications a day. Many of them are side effect medications from seizures.
Hello.
You done? Okay.
Say hi to everybody. Say hi.
You can say it.
I love you.
Okay. Even at 6, I have to have a baby monitor in his bedroom because of his seizures. Because you never know. There's no, unlike many people that can pinpoint temperature changes, the lights, the whatever might stimulate and cause his seizures. We have no idea what's causing them. There's no way for us to pinpoint what it is that's going on with it. And my family is actually friends with Marley's mother, and she has said different times about how wonderful it's been since they've been trying to move and get the cannabis oil. And I keep looking at her daughter and how much she's regressed, and all I can think in my head is, when's that going to be my son? When is that going to be my son that can't walk anymore, that can't talk anymore, that can't communicate with me anymore? So this is very near and dear to our hearts, and we pray every day that this will get passed so that our kids don't have to suffer anymore. There's no reason that 6 and 7-year-olds need to be on 7, 8, 10, 12 different medications, some of them even more medications, when there's one medication that's not legal. There's no reason that opiates that you might as well take, it's illegal heroin. Why we're legalizing heroin for people to stop their pain when there is plants. And yes, legislators will quote scriptures, they'll quote the Bible. And yes, it says in the Bible that God has given us every plant-bearing seed that we need. Medical marijuana is a plant-bearing seed that He gave to us. And there's no reason, none, that it was given to us that it needs to be illegal when we're manufacturing other medications in laboratories that are not given to us. Thanks, guys.
And we have just probably 2 more speakers, and then we're going to let the band wrap it up, and then after that. You're going to help. He's going to help, everybody. Okay, next we have up Jack. Her sister couldn't make it, but she's going to tell the story anyway. So, you want to explain a little more?
My name is Jacqueline, and I have a nephew. His name is Xavier. He is 3 years old. He has a thing called TSC. It's tuberculosis complex. He grows tumors on his brain, his heart, his kidneys, and his lungs. He's been fighting it since he was 3 months old. The doctors around here don't want to listen. She goes to Memphis, Tennessee, and this cannibalism will help him amazingly with his seizures. Because he has seizures from drop seizures, from seizures where he convulses, where he stares, where he can't even walk sometimes with his seizures. And no one wants to listen about it. And if this gets legalized, this little boy will be amazing. He's bright for his age. And the doctors told her, because his seizures are so complex, that he won't live past 5 years old. But if he gets help like this, that little boy can do amazing things. Amazing things. Only if they can legalize it. That's all I have to say. So I don't know much more about it. Thank you.
Thank you again, really coming out. And the biggest thing is
Ryan, oh Ryan, where did my Ryan go?
Ho ho ho!
There's
Are
Ryan.
we turning it over to the band now? Okay, we're gonna give one last little speech after the band's done, but we're gonna let y'all kind of relax out and give us time to relax for a few minutes here until we're done. So enjoy
Left for Dead.
Left for Dead.
That's the way we want our music, not our loved ones.
That's right, that's right.
You guys all getting cold out there, huh? Everybody's wanting to leave. Everyone who's still here, though, thank you. Stay warm, get a blanket or something. All right. We got like 3 more for you guys. Stick around.